Joe Scurto here with Spectacular Magazine, and the NC State Wolfpack are set to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs in week 2 of the college football season on Saturday night at Davis-Wade Stadium. Both teams come in at 1-0, and only one will be walking out undefeated at 2-0. And I got my 3 keys to victory in my official prediction for this contest. It's going to be a tough one in a hostile environment against an SEC opponent, but the Pack are 2-point favorites, and I think it's really due to the fact that they are a confident group, a mature group, and a veteran group. This is not their first rodeo against opposing fans. So I'm not entirely worried about that, and I think it's really a statement game for the Pack because they're tired of hearing about the SEC. But let's get into the 3 keys to victory. Key number 1 is limiting big plays in the secondary. This is an explosive Bulldogs offense. They racked up 370 passing yards thanks to Will Rogers, who went 39 for 47 and 3 touchdowns in his contest a week ago against LA Tech, where the Bulldogs won 35-34. This is a Mike Leach offense, the head coach of Mississippi State. He always has explosive offenses. Wherever he is, he loves the air attack, and they're going to do that. And I know that Dave Doran and this defensive staff has really heavily prepared this secondary to expect a lot of passing. And I think it goes to the defensive line to put pressure on Rogers. And it's really all in the secondary. This was a secondary that performed really well last week. They had 3 interceptions, but they got to play their best football because this is a much, much more improved and more explosive offense than what we saw out of USF last week. So they have to really limit those big time plays because it's going to make a huge difference if they're able to at least limit the passing game here. And key number 2, I think it's really get Devin Leary going. Devin Leary, of course, he had some rust. He hadn't played in over a year. He's coming off injury. I really liked what I saw out of him in the opening drive, 4 for 5, 62 yards, a touchdown, 33 yards to Ricky Person Jr. down the sidelines. It was a great thing to see, but he had a little rust on him. But he did get better as it went on. I think he bounced back really well after he threw the interception. But if they want to compete with this passing attack, they kind of have to just break the shell and let him go. I know last week they were up so much, they took the pressure off and they had to run the ball. But in all honesty, that is exactly what Mississippi State is expecting. They are game planning the dynamic duo of Zonovan Knight and Ricky Person Jr. So let Leary do his thing. We've seen him do it in the past. I think he goes for 300 yards in this game. And I think he has to if they want to go get a win, because this is going to be a high-scoring contest no matter what, no matter how good the Pack's defense has been, no matter how maybe the Mississippi State defense overperforms. It's going to be high-scoring. They need to let Leary loose and let him throw the ball around because I really think he's super talented, and we have a lot more to see of how talented he really can be as a quarterback for NC State. And key number 3 is dominate time and possession. It really kind of loops into the first 2 keys. You keep Mississippi State off the field, and you also extend drives on offense. They did have 29 minutes time possession last week. USF had 30. That just shows how much they dominated them. That's not going to happen again. Literally, it's not going to happen. So you have to extend drives, limit the 3 and outs, and just eat up that clock. Put less pressure on your defense because they already have all the pressure, because all we've been hearing is about this Mississippi State SEC passing attack. So if they can really just put together good drives on offense, they have a pretty solid shot of winning. And that's exactly what I predict them to do. I do have NC State defeating Mississippi State 28-24. And I really see almost a comeback from behind victory for NC State. I think they start off slow. Maybe they have to get used to the environment, and then they play their best football. I think this team is more talented. I don't care about the SEC. I don't care that they're on the road. The more talented team should win, and that's why I'm predicting NC State to defeat Mississippi State 28-24 to advance to 2-0 in the college football season.